Hi, my name is Sarah. You can also call me Ninja. I'm from Singapore, but I was born in Saudi Arabia. What I do as an artist is very multifaceted. I do a lot of things, but I think primarily what drives my art is my research. And as of this current moment, my research is heavily focused on how culture affects women's bodies, primarily in the Southeast Asia and Asia region. So staying in Koganecho has been such a wonderful experience. I'm surrounded by the local artists here as well as other artists from the Southeast Asia region. The exchange has been so meaningful and wonderful. I came here to Koganecho from Indonesia from a previous volunteer trip actually in Antambuwa, Indonesia, where I taught the women and children art and English. So during my stay here, primarily I was driven by my research of sex workers, actually, women sex workers. This was primarily inspired by a scene I saw in Bangkok, where I saw a sex worker pray at a roadside shrine, and that really touched and moved me in many ways. I knew that at that very moment when I saw that scene, I wanted to continue my research in this facet. So learning more about Koganecho's past history with, the sex worker industry, I wanted to delve a little further into this. And thus, when I arrived in Koganecho, initially what I wanted to do was continue a past research where I looked at women bodies as vessels and primarily as flower vases. But in lieu of that, recently I have started thinking about the woman body more as just a vessel, more than just a flower vase, but as a weapon. And so during this residency, I was experimenting with new types of ceramic making, and I created a few knives and swords out of this experiment and built a shrine out of this research. So during my research, I learned that actually clay has memory. Clay remembers when you break it. Clay remembers where you cut it. And that is really inspiring to me because a lot of this research has been tying clay back to the woman's body. So it cumulatively came together with this title, Angels and Demons. I also embarked on a 100-day drawing project where I meditated on the woman body and different cultural nuances and facets of this. And what came to be was a myriad of words and also images that came to mind. And the cumulative experience of all of this resulted in a shrine-like thing, which I wanted to create a space that welcomed everyone, especially people who have felt othered in society, especially women and also queer people and also sex workers, unfortunately. I feel like, especially in Asian culture, the way that we treat sex workers are that they seem to be not treated as human even, and that really inspires me to think of them, as these non-human entities like angels. They are really like angels, ne?